Hey everyone, and welcome to my Shadow Dagger Blade Dancer starter guide. With a super fast and beginner friendly playstyle, this rogue can excel in every content with next to no gear required. It is currently listed as S tier on all the popular build sites for that very reason. With a clear and easy to follow gear progression path, the build ramps up in power significantly. This was my first character in last Epoch years ago, and since the build is so popular in Cycle 2, I decided to share my setup with you guys. With that being said, let's get started. So I throw a fan of knives and I leave behind the umbral blade. And those two deal a lot of damage. Of course I'm just memeing, damage output is way better with all the other skills, but this is the build in a nutshell. Just shifting around. There are two variants around. One is using synchronized strike, the other one is using dancing strikes. So that's how I walk around usually. I would press synchronized strike to create a bunch of buddies. And they leave behind umbral blades. I can also do shenanigans like I don't want to engage in melee. I would just proc them. Then throw umbral blade on the instant. And I can proc it that way as well. Other than that, I have a decoy, just for fun. Can be used for distraction. And smoke bomb. Nice defensive tool. Let's hop in a random corruption 169. So I have one smoke weaver, one ring. Yeah, this was a almost corruption 200 echo with absolute dog tier items, using crit mode on the amulet, using preferably two of those assassins obsidian daggers. They have insane crit multipliers. My second dagger is crap here, sadly. I had a similar one to those, I lost it somehow. The important role in the chess piece is mana efficiency with synchronized strike. In case you're using synchronized strike. More about that in a second when I talk about skills. For the helm here, the important role is physical pen with shadow daggers. This will increase the damage a lot. And I went for a base with life leech. Two rings with throwing damage and throwing attack mana cost reduction. A belt with throwing damage and life. Boots with run walk, resistance is life. Gloves with throwing damage and crit, and whatever relic with throwing damage and preferably crit multi as well. Possible upgrades would be a Siphon of Anguish and 2 Smoke Weaver. Super easy to acquire, especially the ring drops from Orobis. And yeah, it applies them with Doom. Doom is a debuff, so they get more melee damage, and also this gives a lot of life leech and adds survivability. The Smoke Weaver reduces the distance of shift, so you can basically aim better with this ability and with this build. And most importantly, the cooldown recovery speed is increased. So with 2 of those, would just dash forever. On to the skill section. I will use this as the opportunity to briefly go over the second variant. So some people dislike the playstyle of synchronized strike, and when they play a rogue with 2 daggers, they actually want to hit something. In that case, you could use dancing strikes instead. We don't have just a little leap, you have an actual attack combo. Also viable. It's almost the same, it's more like a little bit personal preference thing. Also the passive skill tree will change a little bit, but yeah, the skills I'm using, obviously shift. That's the main attack. The mobility skill is the main attack. Maxing out this for the threshold. Just dash through them when they're low. Also, I'm invulnerable while shifting. I have an insane dodge rating while shifting because elusive makes it so it scales with dex. Proccing the things. Proccing Shadow Cascade. So here you see the damage as well, even though it's not in my skill bar. He's around 10k. This gets procced by shift. And Umbra Blades, also around 10k. The important combo, how to get the 3 spinners instead of 1 spinner, is Umbral Remnant from Umbral Blades in combination with Dark Allies from the Synchronized Strike here. That's how that basically works. This one is also important, so the blades slowly follow the enemies. Yeah, that's the build in a nutshell. Other than that, Smoke Bomb, just a versatile skill, adds a layer of defense. I like the cleansing from it. Might as well max out this for more crit within the Smoke Bomb. I change this around all the time. In Synchronous Strike, mainly for Dark Allies. My passive skill tree looks like the following. I have 20 health points in the first one here, 65 in Blade Dancer, 5 in Marksman, 10 in Falconer as of right now. Maxing out Swift Assassin right away to gain more attack speed for the spinners. Need 1 in Twin Blade to dual wield daggers. A little more defense and haste from this tree. Moving on here into the Blade Dancer tree, maxing out Cloak for the decks. This will be maxed out when I'm closer to level 100 for damage. Getting for full damage multipliers here, crit vulnerability chance 25% and a 75% crit multi from all in. Gaining access to the Falconer skill tree now, Endurance Threshold, and also more damage with haste. I have only 5 into Focus Fire here, 5 into Marksman skill tree. Unlock the haste after evade. Maybe as a conclusion to this video, I can only recommend this setup if you wanted to play a rogue in last Epoch. It's just a super fast, no gear relying crit build to farm up everything else. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like, comment and subscribe if you want. Thanks for watching and have a nice day, guys.